Do you believe the future is already written? What world events we are experiencing today were predicted centuries ago? The prophecies of Daniel, one of the most enigmatic books of the Bible, may hold the answers. Imagine having access to a detailed map of the future with accurate predictions about the rise and fall of empires, the coming of the Messiah, and the global crises that will plague the world. This is the promise of the prophecies of Daniel, a text that for centuries has fascinated and intrigued scholars and lay people alike. In this video, we will delve into the world of Daniel's prophecies, unraveling their codes and revealing their implications for the present. Prepare yourself for a revealing journey that will change your perspective on the world and the future. Discover now how Daniel's prophecies can help you understand the signs of the times and navigate the challenges of today. Through an in-depth analysis of the biblical texts, we will unravel the symbolic language of Daniel, deciphering the meaning of animals, metals, and numbers that represent different empires and historical events. We will explore how Daniel's prophecies connect with history and current events, revealing the ancestral wisdom that can help us understand the present and prepare for the future. Are you ready to unravel the mysteries of Daniel and discover how his prophecies connect with the world today? Discover now. The world is constantly changing, and we often feel lost amidst so much information and events. The feeling of insecurity and uncertainty about the future is something that plagues many of us, especially in times of crisis and instability. But what if there was a map, a guide that revealed the paths that humanity is destined to travel? The prophecies of Daniel, written centuries ago, may be the key to unraveling the mysteries of our time. They are not just ancient texts, but a prophetic code that allows us to understand the present and glimpse the future. But many people, when faced with Daniel's prophecies, make the mistake of interpreting the texts literally, without taking into account the historical context and the symbolic language used. It's like trying to read a map without understanding the legend. This video is an invitation to delve together into the world of Daniel's prophecies, unraveling their codes and revealing their implications for the present. We will analyze the biblical texts in depth, deciphering the symbolic language, history, and connections with current events. Through a careful analysis, we will demystify Daniel's prophecies, showing how they can help us understand the time in which we live and navigate the challenges of today. The book of Daniel, written during the period of the Babylonian exile, is full of prophetic visions about the future of humanity, including the rise and fall of empires, the coming of the Messiah, and the end times. His prophecies, often expressed in symbolic language, challenge literal understanding, requiring in-depth analysis and a keen eye for detail. For example, the animals that appear in Daniel's visions represent different empires and their rulers. The lion represents Babylon, the bear Persia, the leopard Greece, and the terrible beast with 10 horns, the Roman Empire. Each animal has specific characteristics that symbolize the characteristics of each empire, such as strength, cunning, speed, and cruelty. Understanding the symbolic language of Daniel is crucial to deciphering his prophecies and understanding their meaning for our time. By unraveling Daniel's codes, we can discover how his prophecies connect with current events, such as the rise of new world powers, the political and economic crises that plague the world, and the challenges of humanity in the face of climate change and globalization. Prepare yourself for a revealing journey where Daniel's prophecies transform into a beacon of light, guiding us through turbulent times and pointing to a promising future. Subscribe to the channel to continue unraveling the mysteries of Daniel's prophecies and receive more videos about how they connect with the world today. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments, as your participation is fundamental to building together a deeper understanding of the future. To unravel the secrets of Daniel's prophecies, we need to understand the historical context in which they were written. Daniel lived during the Babylonian exile, a turbulent period, marked by the conquest of Judea by the Babylonian Empire. Daniel was taken captive to Babylon, where he served in the royal court. During his time in Babylon, Daniel had prophetic visions that revealed the future of humanity. He saw the rise and fall of empires, the coming of the Messiah, and the end times. His prophecies were recorded in the book that bears his name, one of the most enigmatic books of the Bible. The symbolic language used by Daniel is one of the characteristics that makes his prophecies so challenging. Daniel used images, animals, numbers, and metals to represent different empires, events, and characters. For example, in the vision of Daniel 7, he sees 4 animals that represent 4 empires: the lion, Babylon; the bear, Persia; the leopard, Greece; and the terrible beast with 10 horns, Rome. Another example is the vision of Daniel 2, where he interprets a dream of King Nebuchadnezzar. The dream shows a giant statue made of different metals, which represents the succession of empires that would rule the world. The head of gold represents Babylon, the breasts and arms of silver Persia, the belly and thighs of bronze Greece, the legs of iron the Roman Empire, and the feet of iron and clay, the kingdoms that would come after the Roman Empire. Daniel's prophecies are not just ancient texts, but a prophetic code that allows us to understand the present and glimpse the future. Daniel, when describing the future, not only presents us with an overview of the events that will happen, but also gives us clues on how to interpret the signs of the times and how to navigate the challenges of today. For example, Daniel 2 describes the rise and fall of empires, showing how power is transferred from one nation to another. This prophecy connects with the history of humanity, showing how empires arise, dominate the world for a time, and then fall, giving way to new empires. Daniel 7 describes the coming of a universal kingdom which will be established after the fall of the world's empires. This prophecy connects with the hope for a better world where justice, peace, and compassion will prevail. Daniel 9 describes the end times, a period of great tribulation, followed by the coming of the Messiah. This prophecy connects with the challenges of humanity in the face of global crises, such as wars, famine, disease, and natural disasters. Daniel's prophecies invite us to look to the future with hope, but also with discernment. They help us understand the signs of the times, identify the challenges we face, and seek solutions for a more just and peaceful future. Daniel's prophecies offer us a map to navigate the challenges of our time. They show us that history is not a coincidence, but a divine plan guided by the hand of God. Daniel shows us that the future is not predetermined, but shaped by the choices we make. He invites us to be agents of change, to strive for a better future where justice, peace, and compassion will prevail. Daniel's prophecies give us hope, but also challenge us to act. They show us that the future is not a predetermined destiny, but an opportunity to build a better world. Deepening the study of Daniel's prophecies is a journey of discovery that can transform your life. By unraveling Daniel's codes, you can understand the time in which you live, navigate the challenges of today, and contribute to building a better future. To unravel the secrets of Daniel's prophecies, you need some essential tools. Start with the basics. Read the book of Daniel carefully, seeking to understand the historical context and the symbolic language used. Research history. Study the history of the empires mentioned in Daniel, such as Babylon, Persia, Greece, and the Roman Empire. Learn to interpret symbols. Study the symbols used by Daniel, such as the animals, the metals, the numbers, and the colors. Pray for discernment. pray for wisdom and discernment to understand the meaning of the prophecies and to apply their teachings to your life. Daniel's prophecies offer us a different perspective on the future. They show us that the future is not predetermined, but shaped by the choices we make. They invite us to be agents of change, to strive for a better future, where justice, peace, and compassion will prevail. The story of Daniel is an inspiring journey that invites us to reflect on our own faith and purpose. He was a young man who, even amidst exile and persecution, maintained his faith in God and became an influential leader, serving in the royal court of Babylon. Daniel teaches us that even in the midst of adversity, we can maintain our faith and serve God with integrity. He shows us that God is present in all areas of our lives, including work, politics, and society. The story of Daniel inspires us to seek justice, peace, and compassion, and to strive for a better future for all. He shows us that God calls us to be agents of change, to contribute to a more just and peaceful world. Daniel's prophecies are a prophetic code that allows us to understand the present and glimpse the future. Daniel's prophecies have been the subject of study and debate for centuries. Scholars from different fields such as theology, history, archaeology, and linguistics have dedicated themselves to unraveling the mysteries of the book of Daniel and understanding the meaning of his prophecies. Numerous academic studies confirm the veracity of Daniel's prophecies, showing how they connect with historical events and how their predictions have come true over the centuries. Numerous historical events confirm the veracity of Daniel's prophecies. For example, the prophecy of Daniel 2, which describes the rise and fall of empires, connects with the history of humanity, showing how empires arise, dominate the world for a time, and then fall, giving way to new empires. The prophecy of Daniel 7, which describes the coming of a universal kingdom, connects with the hope for a better world, where justice, peace, and compassion will prevail. The prophecy of Daniel 9, which describes the end times, connects with the challenges of humanity in the face of global crises such as wars, famine, disease, and natural disasters. Start your journey of discovery by reading the book of Daniel carefully, seeking to understand the historical context and the symbolic language used. Daniel, a young man taken captive to Babylon, lived amidst a turbulent period marked by the conquest of Judea by the Babylonian Empire. He served in the royal court and had prophetic visions that revealed the future of humanity, including the rise and fall of empires, the coming of the Messiah, and the end times. Research the history of the empires mentioned in Daniel, such as Babylon, Persia, Greece, and the Roman Empire. Understanding the history of these empires and their characteristics will allow for a deeper interpretation of Daniel's prophecies. Learn to interpret the symbols used by Daniel, such as the animals, the metals, the numbers, and the colors. Each symbol has a specific meaning that connects with the historical context and with Daniel's prophecies. And above all, pray for wisdom and discernment to understand the meaning of the prophecies and to apply their teachings to your life. Prayer is an essential tool for seeking God's guidance and receiving the wisdom necessary to unravel the mysteries of Daniel's prophecies. Don't get caught up in superficial interpretations. Daniel's prophecies require in-depth study and careful analysis. Don't get caught up in superficial interpretations or conspiracy theories. If you are having trouble understanding Daniel's prophecies, seek guidance from experts in biblical studies and prophecy. The pursuit of knowledge and guidance from experts is fundamental to a deeper understanding of Daniel's prophecies. Be patient. Unraveling the secrets of Daniel's prophecies is a process that requires time, patience, and dedication. Don't be discouraged if you don't understand everything right away. Focus on the main teaching. God is in control of history, and the future is in his hands. Daniel's prophecies show us that God is present in all areas of our lives, including history and world events.